The Other Side Media Group and 91X now present The Other Side Radio Show, a program about people who make a difference from all walks of life in Quinte and beyond. And now here are your hosts, Jeremy and Joshua Davis.
Hello and welcome again to The Other Side Live. I'm Jeremy T. Davis, along with our very special guest, Uncle Fred Rushlow. Welcome back to our show in the hot seat. It's great to have you here today.
Well, thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, Josh, for having me. We did this before, and I appreciate it. And you guys do such a great job at promoting this for me. And it's 8 years doing this Family Rushlow Christmas Play in memory of Aaron. And we're just going to keep pushing forward. And you know what? Yeah, to have you guys have me on here to do this, it just means it's overwhelming, bud.
Well, thank you so very much. And Josh and I and our entire family are so delighted to do this each and every year to support you guys any way we can, because we are family. And, you know, we remember Aaron so well and so fondly. And, you know, we want to keep his memory alive. Now, Fred, before I start with the traditional question of why you decided to honor your son in this way, you and Margie decided to do it, your lovely wife. Aaron loved Christmas, didn't he? So I'm sure that played a factor in crafting this annual tradition for our city.
Well, that is a really good question because, yes, he did love Christmas, and he loved doing Christmas parades with the Sea Cadets, and once he was with the Air Cadets as well. And we always know it hasn't been with us since 2016. And we do this in memory of him because he did enjoy Christmas. And this is the only Christmas that we feel that he's here with us. As long as he's looking down on this display, knowing it's in memory of him, you know, it just makes your heart tingle knowing that he's up there looking down on us to make sure that we're having our best Christmas and having all the kids with a smile on their face in memory of him, and helping the toy drive out, the food bank out. And this year is going to be donations to the Shriners for Sick Kids. And Jeremy, you and Josh, you guys are right. He was one very happy, very Merry Christmas boy. He loved that Christmas season.
Absolutely. And Josh and I remember really well when we saw Aaron in many Christmas parades here in our beautiful city of Belleville, Ontario. Josh and I and the Other Side Media Group were involved in their Christmas parade for many, many years. We did different entries, and we loved every single minute of it. And then in my other part of my personal life too, I have had the distinct honor and privilege when the city, under the committees of council, when the city used to take care of the parade. Now the Chamber of Commerce does the parade, which Josh and I are still proud members of the chamber, and we do a lot of work with that organization. But so we remember those kinds of things. And just in case somebody's wondering, because I'm thinking here today, without dating it too much, well, why are we talking about Christmas already? It's because it's that time of year again, and it won't be long, and the festive season will be kicking off in full gear, in full swing, very, very shortly. Now, your individual community annual event, it kicks off on Friday, November the 15th. That's Friday, November 15th. Now, is it going to be at 5 or 4:30 that it starts?
The first one's going to be 4:30 to it's going to be 4:30 to 8 on the 15th.
Okay, on the 15th, which is opening night here at the Rushlow family Christmas display at 89 South John Street in the beautiful Wharf area, is going to start at a special time at 4:30 till 8:30. And come experience the magic of this winter wonderland, all wrapped up like a beautiful gift. And there's something for the young and the young at heart. And the Other Side Media Group is just happy to promote it. One year we teamed up, aside from the other great community outreach charities, the Other Side Media, you guys helped and you raised awareness and some donations for that, for our productions, and we'll be forever grateful for that as well. So this year again, as Fred said, we're helping out. You guys are helping out. We are helping out too at our event coming up, but more on that later. Is one of your annual causes is the food bank, just like with the Other Side Media Group, because hunger knows no season. And then you've got the Belleville firefighters, professional firefighters, toy drive, and the Shriners this year. Very worthy causes. Now, what made you decide that you wanted to reach out, do more outreach, and help the Shriners specifically now this year with this particular season and your display? Fred?
Well, Jeremy, I decided to pick the Shriners for sick kids this year because they are an organization like more other organizations that do help out, but the Shriners helps out kids like this kind of shape I'm in with a prosthetic leg, and some have hands and arms like that, and I just felt when the Shriners do that, and if we can take all donations we can to help the Belleville Shriners out, and the sick kids that do need it, and the food bank that is really desperate for food at this time of year. And it's always nice to see people have a nice turkey dinner, all the toppings, all the desserts, and that's what then the food bank can provide that for people. And the Belleville Firefighters Toy Drive, we do it every year. McDowell's Independent, they donate toys to the Belleville Firefighters Toy Drive, and you know what? We pick a new charity every year, and this is the way me and my wife wanted to go this year to have it done. And I hope we can have people come and donate, big or small, or don't donate, come see Santa Claus and everything and get a picture taken. And there's going to be a special guest coming on the 15th, the opening night, which will be Sparky the Dog and Santa Claus arriving at 89 South John Street between 4:30 and 5 to have pictures. And, please come. Like I said, donations, big or small or not, everything helps out for the Shriners, Food Bank, and the Fireman's Toy Drive.
Absolutely. And Josh and I know how, each person individually can make a difference. We've tried to strive all our lives, and we've dedicated it in service to others, just like you and your wife have, and we affectionately call you Uncle Fred because you are that close to us. You and your wife Margie, who we call Aunt Margie, and we just commend you. Josh and I remember when we were growing up, we had the distinct pleasure and honor, maybe pleasure's not the right word, but the honor of going to the Shriners Hospital in Montreal. And the Shriners Hospital provides, top-notch care, above any specialized care, if I might say it that way, in my opinion. We got some very specialized AFOs, then braces that allowed us to walk better, and so we'll be forever grateful. And the late Peter Zagoras and George Zagoras made sure that happened because they were actively involved in those organizations. They're gone now, but their memory lives on that way, in the fact that we got to go there to the Shriners and got the care we needed because they reached out to do that. So thank you very much. So that was just me saying what the Shriners meant to us, not to mention all the Christmas parties they used to do and all those things. They're just a wonderful organization, and any way that Other Side Media can give back and maybe get involved with them, we will. I mentioned too, and I want to mention to you right now, I know it's a busy season, the Christmas holiday season for you, Fred and Margie and just so many others, but Josh and I and our entire family and the Other Side Media team is planning our annual event, and that will be on Friday, December 20th at the Smokin' 116 Bistro. So perhaps when you're wrapped up there that night, we'd love to see you, and we're going to help out the Gleaners as we always do, and the Belleville Firefighters Toy Drive, and perhaps do some more awareness for some other causes as well, and as well as the Other Side Media Group initiatives. Anyone wanting to get involved with that, please, we want you to come down and celebrate and make this a holiday season to remember. Dad is still with us. God bless him. And that, but he's going through his cancer, so we want to make this a Christmas to remember, and so you're invited, everybody's invited. Now, Fred, tell me, getting back to your initiative, tell me what you're most excited about with the 2024 version of the Rushlow Family Christmas here on the wharf at 89 South John Street. It's going to be bigger and better. You got to see it. Come down every weekend.
Well, telling you, it is going to be bigger and better. You are right. We've added some more stuff to it. We've added more lights, and it's a walkthrough. And there's Santa Claus sleigh back there for Santa and Mrs. Claus, and big display at the back. We added more to that display at the back, and you can't miss it. And it's a walkthrough to see everything and see Santa and Mrs. Claus and get a treat. It's well worth coming down to see, and it's worth coming to please to have your donations. Like I say, big or small, it all goes a long ways. And nice seeing the kids coming to see Santa and Mrs. Claus with a smile on their face and knowing that what we're doing and my wife is doing is knowing that these kids out there are going to get something from the Fireman Fighters Toy Drive to see them Christmas morning with a smile on their face. And And when they see Santa and Mrs. Claus here, when they leave, they're happy. And that's what it's all about to me. It's not about, nothing to do with this, because I knew my son Aaron loved Christmas, and I wanted to see these kids with a smile, and I want them to always love Christmas, because I'll tell you one thing, Jeremy, I've seen kids come through here every year. They come every year. This is the 8th year. I've seen them come when they were 2 years old and in strollers. And when I see them again this year, they're going to be older, and they're always going to remember that these are the kids that I see and are happy. They come back because they leave happy. And I always tell them, Merry Christmas.
You're so right, Uncle Fred. It is all about, the hospitality, the generosity, and the kindness that we can demonstrate to one another as human beings. And in this ever-changing world, we need it ever so much. One thing I've never asked you around this season, what is your most favorite Christmas memory?
Well, that's a really good question. It goes way back a long time. I can remember when I was maybe 5 years old. I couldn't go to bed Christmas Eve. I was waiting to put out cookies for Santa, milk for Santa, carrots for the reindeer, and I couldn't go to bed. My mom and dad thought I was sleeping and stopping in bed, and they thought it was good. So I thought one day I would kind of sneak downstairs to see if I could catch Santa Claus under my tree. And I never got down the stairs because I had a dog named Tebow at that time, and he came out of nowhere and started barking and woke my mom and dad up. And I run back into my bedroom to pretend I was in bed. And I remember what I did going through on the door. This is the funny part, Jeremy. I stubbed my toe when I fell down, and my mom said, "Where you going?" I said, I was just going for a stretch, Mom, a walk. No, so other than yeah, other than that, she said, "No, you weren't." She said, "No, you weren't." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I was just going for a walk. I couldn't sleep because I know Santa's coming." And then she kind of said, "Were you trying to do something naughty? Because if you did, then you're not on the nice list. Because Santa hasn't arrived here yet." And then ever since then, that's the biggest memory. I'll never forget that time.
Well, those are the cherished memories that live on in our hearts forever. And I can just see that. I can picture you as the little boy, that's just wonderful. Now, Uncle Fred, if I can ask you, we want to leave some time. We always have so much to say, so little time. We want to leave some time because Josh wants to delight our audience with one of his signature poems. He couldn't be right here with us tonight, but we plan to be down and do a video for our video series and support you guys and celebrate the season. And as I said, I know it's a busy time. We hope you can stop by our party. We're still looking for more talent. We've got exciting plans to roll out. That will be on the 20th of December. So just before Christmas, we want to make it the biggest and best and say thank you to everyone and Quinny, and the best is yet to come. Anyway, what, in your personal opinion, if you could have one wish granted, maybe in your cases, I should say 2 wishes, because I know which one wish would be. But if you could have the 2 wishes granted, what would it be? And and that other wish, I think, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's the wish that we all have in our hearts, is that Aaron could, like, he lives on in the spirit, but that he could actually be physically here with us. So that's what I meant. I know that's one of your wishes, but what would be your wish for the community and the world to make it better, especially coming up to Christmas time?
No, Jeremy, there's a wish that I really want, and I know it is here, that wish, and it's seeing cardinals in my backyard in the summertime. Knowing that as me and my wife is kind of moving up the ladder a bit, and knowing that he's still making sure that we're okay with the cardinals. And my other wish is right now is wishing that my grandchildren, which is Aaron's children, is having a great, happy holiday season, and knowing that their daddy every day is looking down on them. And the thing is right there is, you know what? I got to say this, Aaron. We love you. Keep singing with those angels. Your children are doing fine. They miss you at Christmas time, birthdays, and we wish it was in a different circumstances. But all we got to say to you, Aaron, is from me, your mom, and your children is Merry Christmas, buddy. We love you, and we will continue this display as long as we're able. And I still get out as the way I am with my leg, and I will do what I can to push and make you happy up there. Keep looking down, buddy, because you will get the best Christmas present you would have. And with you looking down at me and Mom and your children, that's all we can ask for is a better Christmas gift. And I will say, Aaron, Jeremy, Josh, his mom and dad, lots of friends, and their sister Missy, and everybody. They knew what you were and what you've done over the time you were with us. And, they can't thank you enough, so we're all family. And you have great friends. And, Aaron, you are missed from everybody. And Jeremy and Josh especially, remember all the thoughts that go in the parades. Seeing you in the parade when they're in the parade.
And at our festival.
And at the festivals and doing a lot, buddy. So, again, Merry Christmas from me and Mom, and we love you, and jingle all the way.
Well, I know that I can't imagine how difficult that is to, and I didn't want to make you sad, Fred, but actually, when we talk about our loved ones, it makes me feel good because they know that we're still thinking of them. We've never forgotten about them, and they know the impact they made on our lives. So I want to thank you for opening up so much in this interview, for opening up your property and doing this annual tradition, our Rushlow Family Christmas Display. It truly is a delight. Like every year, we've been down here many times, and for all kinds of celebrations. And we remember Aunt Betty, who's up there with Aaron now. God bless you, Betty. We miss you. We miss all of you. And so all I can say is, please come out. If you can give generously. If you can't afford to give, maybe somebody else can give a little more. And everyone can enjoy the magic and rekindle the spirit of Christmas that lies within the heart, or the festive season, because we know that there are many different celebrations observed around the same time, but at the heart of it all, may I say, is love, and that's all there is to it. And if we can make a difference in our time here on Earth, all the better. So run down. So it's on from November 15th So it's on every Friday and Saturday night from the 15th of November till the 23rd of December. That is the entire season. Now, is there anything else you want to remind the public about this? Oh, one thing. Perhaps when you said take pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, well, bring down your phones, and that way you can do it and have it on your personal collection too, right? And yes, and let's not forget our furry friends. Photos with Santa, with your pets, and treats for them too. So, because they're part of the family. So, it's just a win-win for everyone. So, any thank yous?
Yes, there is some thank yous, Jerry. I'm glad you brought that up. I just kind of thought of it. Then this display would not be actually going without a lot of volunteers that helped me set up and put a lot of time out there in the cold and, and dress up as characters. And like I said, it doesn't happen without having these volunteers. And volunteers makes us go a long way. Me and my wife do a lot on our own. We do everything, and we try to make it bigger and better. And again, like I said, volunteers make a difference. And I also want to put a thank you out there to Tim Hortons as they donated coffee and Timbits to the Rushlow Christmas display. And like I said, McDowell's Independent for donating to the Fireman's Toy Drive. And now we are now open as of tonight, the 30th of October. We are now open to accepting donations for the Shriners for Sick Kids, the Food Bank, and the Fireman's Toy Drive. All I want to say to Josh and Jeremy and his family, from my family to his, very Merry Christmas, and thanks for having me on. And Merry Christmas to all you young and young at heart out there, and keep a smile on your kid's face, and we'll hope to see you at 89 South John Street starting on the 15th of November. Merry Christmas. Thanks.
Well, thank you. It's been our pleasure. And now we want to end off with a very special poem that my brother always likes to add in for the occasion. And we all will see you here as soon as possible. It's the Rushlow Family Christmas Display at 89 South John Street. Opening weekend is on November 15th. Enjoy the celebration. We do know there's Festival of Lights, but if you end up going there, then make your way down the street and come and experience this. It's a sight to behold. I'm Jeremy T. Davis. We will see you next week. God bless. Old Time Christmas by Joshua Davis. Snowflakes on the window pane. Looks like Christmas is coming once again. Toys piled high on the department store. Will holly and mistletoe hang on your front door? These are some of the symbols of the season, and it is with good reason that we celebrate with family and friends who we adore. We sit around the kitchen table singing "O Come All Ye Faithful," waiting for the festive dinner we are about to receive on this night, the Holy Eve. Santa Claus brings presents to little children in his knapsack when the kids are fast asleep. And that's all of that. May the Christmas tree lights shine ever so bright, and may this be the beginning of a New Year's delight. old-time Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody. I love you all, and God bless.
The Other Side Radio Show is a production of the Other Side Media Group in association with 91X. You can connect on Facebook at The Other Side Media Group, Instagram at Jeremy Tyler Davis, or on YouTube at Jeremy T. Davis, Belleville, Ontario for on-demand episodes and more. Tune in next week for another episode of The Other Side Radio Show.